so we changed it.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth. Afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held it, they might go for it again.
And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 44. 81 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game.
Carrying Lions first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs. In the top 5 in the NFL, it's all a mindset. And I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up with a very good clip.
Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. Flush to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, Hooker. Open man is Raymond, he's got it. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job.
A first carry now for Craig Reynolds. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
With no score.
Let's go now.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line.
On the ball, Matt, go.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. David Montgomery, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Ravens nothing. Riley Patterson.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Here's the fourth-year man, J.K. Dobbins.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Middle.
Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
The Ravens at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good.
I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Meanwhile, Hooker's throw into the hands of Reynolds here.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
From the gun, it's Hooker. This one swung out to Montgomery.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
The Lions on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Mustang 19.
Hooker. His throw incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. Rolling to his left. Looking for right, and he finds him. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I do think it's fair. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And you can't say enough about our man making the interception right there, Brandon. It's his 12th year in the league, and you told me before the game that he still got it, and he does. What a play that was to come away with the football.
Off play action. Here's Hooker. Throw caught by Raymond. He's got room to roam. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Quick throw by Hooker, complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
A gain of 5. Brings up 6.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Hooker's going to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
A 24-yard attempt.
Patterson's kick is good.
But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
And that flag accepted.
Let's go now.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Hooker.
Touchdown! Josh Reynolds as the first half is winding down.
And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Ravens 3. Riley Patterson, the kickoff for the Lions.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. He completes it to Beckham. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Riley Patterson, the kickoff for the Lions.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
They go play action with Jackson.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9. Quick throw completed by Hooker.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Hooker wants to change the look.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
To throw on 2nd down, here's Hooker. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Ready.
They'll run forward with Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
In motion left goes Reynolds. And now an audible here into something else. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They try again with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Ravens 6. Riley Patterson to kick off for the Lions.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off just a crazy throw there, and it's intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And they'll begin by running the option.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And in for the Lions, touchdown.
Khalif Raymond,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Lions take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Ravens 6. Riley Patterson, the kickoff for the Lions.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Tucker on for the field goal. A 62-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and they knock that deficit down from 29 to 26. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Ready.
Hooker now off play action.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this.
Let's go now.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Montgomery running right. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Odafe Oweh so quick. And he gets to him there behind the line.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give. This is Montgomery. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Zonovan Knight, 28 yards. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point try now for Patterson.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
On the return, Devin Duvernay. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
They'll try the draw here with Dobbins. Powers through.
And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. To throw is Jackson.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And 3rd and 1 now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Knight on the handoff.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great out.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Zonovan Knight with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Lions add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Riley Patterson, the kickoff for the Lions.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Ready?
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Alert.
At the
Alert.
42-yard line.
Ready?
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready?
On 2nd down, it's Knight. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
A run with Knight.
And just shutting him off there. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Ready, break.
And they will take a knee here.
Ready, set.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on third down. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else.